Okay, today we're rolling some cigars. I just want to make a disclaimer right up front. This is for educational purposes, not intended for children. This is strictly for learning and art. So what I got here in my binder, which is a Sumatra binder, then I've got 4 different leaves for my blend that I'm mixing in here. I've got some Nicaraguan Seco Jalapa, some aged Nicaraguan Viso Esteli, some aged Dominican Seco Piloto Cubana, and some aged Dominican Ligero Olor. And then I'll end up with a MSA or Mexican San Andreas wrapper when I get through with that. I've already prepped my binder and my wrappers. Just a couple of Secos here. We get this stem out of here because it's just a big old stick. Some of these are pretty healthy stems. And then we'll get us about a Viso and a half leaf here to get our right blend that I'm looking for. We'll get some Seco Piloto Cubano leaf in there. And a little Ligero. That's like in the spice right now. All right, we're gonna do the Entubado roll today. I started rolling cigars back in September last year, so it's been about coming up on 5 months now. And I'm guessing I'll probably roll maybe, I don't know, maybe 200, 250 cigars, I'm not sure. I tried a lot of different methods. There's the Entubado, there's the book method, there's the accordion method. I don't know, there's just a throw it in there and roll it up method. It's kind of like my daddy always told me. He was a welder. You can have as many welders you want to talk to as you want, and you'll have a different way of doing it with every one of them. I remember when I went to work for Southwestern Bell back in the early 70s. Same thing, I was a cable splicer. I started off on a line crew climbing poles. I actually put up some open wire. Some of you older folks know what I'm talking about. That's that old open wire. It had the telephone pole with the cross arms and those wires going through them. Yeah, you don't see that anymore, but I did. I climbed those poles and put up that wire, and then, well, like one guy told me one time, you're not a cable splicer, boy, till you've been here for a few years. He was pretty adamant about that. I'm gonna put that Ligero kind of nestle it right down there in the middle of that bunch right there. But I paid my dues, went through the training and the work, and ended up being a cable repairman, a cable splicer, installer repairman, back to cable splicer. I guess my favorite job was a cable repairman. That's what I like the best. I broke that bottom off, and I'm going to kind of put a little bit right up inside here like that, off that bottom. Get my right feel in there. It feels pretty good. We'll get this binder going here. Now, you notice I got my leaves all laid out. Anybody that rolls cigars knows that that could be a no-no, depending on the humidity. And it's been brutal lately. 20%, 30%. Man, oh, living has been tough trying to fight that stuff. But today, we're sitting at 60% at 78 degrees. And man, I can leave these leaves out all day long, and they do just fine. So here we go. Let's bind this rascal up and see what we got here. Feeling pretty good. Put a little bit more down here just to make sure we got enough on that head there. Now, I've watched some of those Cuban rollers, and boy, that's how they do it, like that. They'll put it in there and roll it up. They won't even use a mold or a press. They just put it in there, roll it, and it Makes a really nice cigar. And I've started kind of doing that when I get through, and I'll probably do it a little more than a lot of the guys I see on the videos doing it. But what I found is it makes a really good, round, compact cigar there, just like I like it. Yeah, I think I like that. Roll it out a little bit more, get it good and round, kind of like that Play-Doh used to use as a kid. You kind of remember how you put it there, put it together, and then start rolling it and roll it. Man, you get a long deal like spaghetti. Oh yeah. There we go. Now we're gonna. I don't have a tuck cutter, so I just use this rascal about like that. Cut it off. Does pretty good for a rookie like me. Trim it up just a little bit. Just get those rough edges off of there. And we'll put it in our mold. Here's my mold, ladies and gentlemen. Now what this is, these are Irwin quick grippers. You don't see a lot of people giving demonstrations showing how they use these presses on these molds. It's going to be about a 54. I bet that's going to fit in there. Yeah, real nice, just like that. Anyway, I bought these at the hardware store. I think you get a 4-pack for like about 38 bucks, less than $10 a piece. All you got to do is press it like that. You do this release right here, and it slides in and out. Stick it on here, slide it down, clamp it down like that. Y'all guys always wanting to know about how to get them old. I've seen them with the C-clamps and rubber bands and those clothespin type clamps that stick on there, but these right here, you can get them pressed down there good and tight, just like that. Let's see here if we get it in there. Just like that. Pretty nifty, huh? Set that aside, let it cook a little while, and ready to go to the next one.